Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I've got 3 stories to share with you in this very latest Moon Lambo hot jam, including this one from you today, titled, Ripple Helps Move 60 Million XRP, Part of It Goes to New On-Demand Liquidity Corridor. Woot woot, what do you know, utility? Winning the day. Well, it's getting used. I understand that market participants speculating seem to not give a damn about the utility of any cryptocurrency, not just XRP, but I care about it, and you care about it, and I believe that as time passes, that the rest of the speculators out there, many of them veritable idiots, will care eventually. They'll follow the leaders, right? Then there's this headline from the Daily Hodl. Key metrics for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP are flashing bullish signals, according to Sentiment. And so specifically, part of what this article is touching on, I guess it's the thrust of it, is it's developer activity for the blockchains, but specifically I want to speak about XRP developer activity because there's an angle that was not really acknowledged or perhaps even perceived by the author that I want to bring up, because I think that if you look at on the surface the developer activity for these various blockchains that are discussed within the article, on the surface, despite the fact that they're talking about basically XRP developer activity being at an all-time high, if you look at all the data on the surface without any additional insight, it actually sounds negative, and I'll explain why I mean that, but it's positive. And then there's this headline from the Daily Hodl. Maryland man charged with laundering $139 million in Bitcoin from a prison cell. And so, look, as far as that article goes, obviously nothing to do with Ripple, nothing to do with XRP. Crypto-related story I just found interesting, so I'm going to save that one for the tail end, so it's not XRP specific. It's just a for fun piece, but damn. As soon as I read that headline, you know what I thought, right? As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. Sage wisdom, grandpappy. Sage wisdom. Now, I want to be clear before I go further. I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos purely as a for-fun hobby. Into this first piece. Ripple distributed ledger tech provider and the most regulator-battered crypto exchange at the moment, Binance, have transferred a whopping 60 million XRP according to data provided by Whale Alert. And let me just make a quick side note. As far as Binance, that's actually a fair assessment. They're getting battered heavily, but from my perspective, deservedly so. It seems very clear from what CZ, the founder and CEO of Binance, has stated. It's that they took a reactive approach rather than a proactive approach to making sure that they're compliant with regulations the world over, and now it's really biting them on the rear side. I've covered this fairly thoroughly, I think, on my channel, so I'm not going to get into it in this particular hot jam. But yeah, that's the approach they actually took, and I'm like, it just seems irresponsible. And so there's been all sorts of fallout from it, including Brian Brooks. I'm sure many are familiar with him. He was the CEO of Binance US specifically, so not the original Binance, but still, it's all part of the same company, right? And so he stepped down. That he doesn't think that the path forward Binance is taking makes sense, and they're just so at odds in terms of the proper path forward that Brian Brooks actually stepped down as CEO, and this after their previous CEO. Which, by the way, is previously a Ripple employee, she kind of got the boot in, I guess it was April of this year. So it's been not so hot news for Binance for a substantial portion of this year, yet they still are the largest exchange. The original Binance is the largest exchange on the planet by volume anyway. So it's fascinating nonetheless, but we'll see what happens. And then they got this little subheading, 60 million XRP shifted by Ripple and Binance. Whale Alert has tweeted that over the past 14 hours, Ripple crypto behemoth worth over $10 billion and the Binance exchange have made 2 transfers on the XRP ledger. Binance has sent 50 million XRP, worth, at the time anyway, $61.6 million to China-based Huobi, and Ripple moved the remaining 10 million XRP tokens to the Coins.ph crypto trading platform based in the Philippines. And so Coins.ph, that cryptocurrency exchange in the Philippines, that is one of the exchanges that's officially partnered with Ripple as an on-demand liquidity platform. And it's good to see, despite what is happening with the SEC going after Ripple, XRP is still functionally being used to move money around the entire planet every single day. It's just any corridor that's touching the United States is dead right now. It's dead. But it won't stay like that, I don't believe anyway, because I think that we're going to have a positive outcome with this case, even if Ripple has to pay some sort of fine or there's a settlement, whatever they agree upon. I don't know for sure. But XRP is not going away. It's functionally useful, and I just don't believe that it's likely at all that XRP is just considering that it has actually problem-solving abilities. I don't believe that it's just going to go away. Not even like specifically for this use case. That don't make no damn sense to Moon Lambo. Shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sharing this next story with me. Thank you very much, XRP Crypto Wolf. This guy, I got to tell you, what a machine. He sends me all sorts of incredible crypto-related stories, much of it having to do with XRP. I wish I could in every video just like share, or not everybody, but if I could just share, I wish I could share everything that he sends to me. I can't because I only got so much time running this channel as a for fun hobby, but damn, I appreciate it. XRP Crypto Wolf, I hope you're listening, and I just want to say very sincerely thank you. I very much appreciate it. So here's the headline from the Daily Huddle. Key metrics for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP as are flashing bullish signals according to sentiment. And I don't so much want to read the whole article, but I almost never do. Sometimes if it's an awesome article, like something that, for instance, Rosalind Layton, who writes for Forbes, when she writes her articles like tearing down the SEC, oh yeah, now that's just fun. I like covering those in full and adding my thoughts along the way. But for something like this, there's only part of it I wanted to touch on, to be honest with you, and share a couple thoughts. I guess I can read the intro part here, but other than that, just the part about XRP. Blockchain analytics firm Sentiment says Bitcoin and Ethereum are flashing on-chain strength while Cardano and XRP are showing signs of fundamental growth. Sentiment tells its 87,500 Twitter followers that the supply of Bitcoin on crypto exchanges has dropped to its lowest level in over 2 years. Yeah, so that's true, and I've actually talked about that fact before. And that's good, because you're talking about supply and demand dynamics right here. And the fact that there's X amount of Bitcoin in circulation right now, that doesn't mean there's that much available to purchase right now. No. The amount of Bitcoin or XRP or any cryptocurrency, it's actually just a fraction of whatever the actual circulating supply is. Because the circulating supply, understand, that doesn't mean that's how much is for sale right now. That just means that's how much has been distributed. And so if you go down here, let me scroll the part about XRP. Here we go. According to the crypto analytics firm, Cardano has a daily development activity rate of 74, which is followed by Ethereum's development rate of 50, and XRP is closing in on Bitcoin's development rate of 15. So that sounds low, doesn't it? And so here's a quote. Development activity rates for crypto's top assets are showing continued dominance from Cardano, as well as Ethereum rising. Interestingly, XRP is closing in on a higher daily GitHub development rate than Bitcoin, which has rarely occurred. So you might think, well, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? What's with all the development on top of all these other blockchains? I thought that XRP was super duper useful. In fact, it's used in enterprise grade software. Then there's Coil and what SBI is doing in general with XRP. All sorts of use cases. How the hell could this be? Well, look, regarding developer activity, Bitcoin and other coins have higher levels of, they do have higher levels of developer activity, but you got to question, like, what does that actually mean, right? Because it doesn't necessarily mean that XRP is being used less or that it is not functionally offering utility. Frankly, more likely, it's the case that there are more problems with less advanced blockchains that need constant work. And so, look, there's a Ripple employee named Matt Hamilton who I've highlighted fairly frequently over the years as I've run this Moon Lambo channel with a silly-ass name. And he stated, look, as far as the XRP ledger is concerned and XRP itself, like, it just works. It just works. Like, think about this. Like, if there are multiple XRP use cases already implemented, how much developer activity is needed to sustain them? Probably not much. So, again, the fact that something like this is the case, so what I'm saying is, effectively here, it sounds good on the surface. So, XRP developer activity, all-time high. I guess the argument broadly I'm making is, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't think it's a particularly important metric. I think there are other metrics that matter in terms of long-term viability, long-term adoption. And so I wanted to comment on it because I've actually never talked about this before It doesn't typically come up in crypto media, but it did here. And so I was like, I got a couple things to say about that. And then there's this from the Daily Huddle. Maryland man charged with laundering $139 million in Bitcoin from a prison cell. A man from Maryland has been charged with laundering 2,933 Bitcoin worth around $139 million from a U.S. prison cell. From a prison cell. Crazy, right? That headline. I was like, wow. How has he done that? Ryan nailed it. 37 has been accused by federal prosecutors of laundering money while serving a 57-month prison sentence for selling drugs on the dark web. Originally convicted in 2018, Ryan was previously ordered to forfeit 4,000 Bitcoin, worth about $189 million at time of writing, and an additional $5.6 million in cash and property. Ryan reportedly operated under the moniker Xanax. Oh, no, I know what that one is. Xanax, man. I can say that one. I got it. Yeah, I got it now. I didn't get the first time I read it, but now I done got it. Xanax, man. Okay. While selling alprazolam. Nailed it. A generic form of the sedative drug Xanax. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Maryland, Ryan used a pill presser to turn the alprazolam nailed it into more than 920,000 counterfeit Xanax pills between November 2013 through June 2017. Ryan then reportedly worked with co-conspirator named Robert Swang to use Bitcoin to launder his proceeds. By the way, using crypto to launder anything is like a terrible idea. Like, the vast majority of blockchains out there, cryptocurrencies, like, these are public networks, you freaking idiot sticks. Anyway, here's a quote, though. Specifically, Ryan used pseudonyms to contact a co-conspirator through dark web marketplaces and encrypted messages in order to exchange Bitcoin he received from his drug trafficking for cash. The co-conspirator would then mail or ship packages of U.S. currency equivalent to the value of the Bitcoin received, less a fee, to mailing addresses provided by Ryan. During the course of the conspiracy, Ryan received cash totaling more than $5 million through the mails, which he had exchanged for Bitcoin earned from drug trafficking. In addition, Ryan and Swain drove to New Jersey so that Swain could collect $200,000 in cash that Ryan had exchanged for Bitcoin. During the in-person meeting on February 16, 2017, Swain provided a fictitious name to the individual he met and falsely stated that the Bitcoin and cash were his own. Ryan and Swain later tried unsuccessfully to exchange Bitcoin for $400,000 in cash with the same individual. This is insane. This is so stupid. STOOPID, stupid. Like, there's so many ways to make money in life, and you want to go on ahead and be a jackass. Freaking idiot sticks. According to a report from the Baltimore Sun, the new indictment alleges that Ryan and his father, Joseph, laundered funds from drug operations between October 2019 and April 2021 while detained in prison. The indictment does not specify whether the recently seized crypto assets were among the proceeds Ryan was ordered to forfeit, or whether they were assets that the government had not previously detected. Again, as my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. Sage wisdom, grandpappy, sage wisdom. You were hitting the nail on the head every time you said that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!